Every year, since I've turned 18, every year of my life has been better than the last one.
That's good.
Like, bar none. Every year, I've gone, fuck, that was a good year. I've never, ever, touch wood, had a year I've gone, my life's gone backwards.
What do you reckon the secret sauce is?
The best things in the whole world are literally one conversation away, or they're one chance meeting away, or one connection on LinkedIn away, whatever it is.
I've done a few 6-7 month stints off the booze, and you just feel like it's a superhero. Like everything, you have higher output, better energy, better mood, better in all areas of your life, better than you. No. Talking about New Year's resolutions, right? Let's say your goal is save $20,000. Break it down. What's the time frame you want to save $20,000? It might be 6 months, or in 6 months, I want abs. Break it down. Okay, $20,000 over 6 months. I need to do $10,000 in 3 months. That means I need to save X amount a week. So you've got these little milestones. Create a chart, whatever you do it on, whether it's on your laptop, your phone, or the wall, and have your week, and you scratch it off. The brain loves progress.
Hello and welcome back to the 2026 Two Blokes One. I forgot what the podcast was. Two Blokes One Business podcast. It's new year, new us, new poddy. Kind of. Let's have it.
Fucking hell, mate. You forgot the name of the pod.
It's been Chrissy. I've been off.
Oh yeah, it has hypothetically been Chrissy. We're actually we are time traveling now. We obviously think we're half decent in life, but we've outdone ourselves here because you're listening to this on the 7th of Jan. We're going to pretend that we've recorded this in the new year, but it's actually the 26th of November because you're going on a honeymoon, aren't you?
I'm off to Christchurch to start. 7 days in the van, getting down to Queenstown, and then 3 nights in Queenstown. So got a few hot springs, got a bit of hiking to do, a couple of little restaurant recommendations. Everyone I spoke to just says like New Zealand is outrageous. So I'm super keen.
Nah, it'll be good, mate. I've been told as well. It's very, very good. Never been myself. I've actually never even been to like Melbourne. I don't think I've done enough travelling yet around Australia.
You actually haven't, eh?
No.
Where have you been? Airlie? You been there?
Yeah, Sydney. Brisbane.
Best day of your life?
Best day of my life in Sydney. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's it. Haven't done Adelaide, Canberra, Perth.
There's a lot to do. Hey? You see how people get that kind of grey nomad territory of life and just go, you know what, I'm getting in the van and I'm going around the country. There's so much to see.
Yeah. Fuck, it'd be a nice
do you
life.
reckon we can actually do it? Like, let's say we've still got, say next year, in 2 years' time, right, with the way we think the world's going to go for us, with Harwell, the Poddy, RAI, could we genuinely go halves? I'm off for 9 months travelling around in a van.
I don't know. I did think about this. I thought one period of time would be quite cool where you just go, right, 2027, you're just going to go and take a year and travel. And I'll fucking man the business. And then 2028, we switch over.
Do you reckon we could both go at the same time?
At the moment? No.
100% not.
No way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good goal.
Have you got like a GM in place or something?
I think that's literally it, isn't it? Try and build a business that you could run off for a year and it'd be all right.
I think if we both weren't there, then we can just do everything remote.
Yeah.
Like if I wasn't here but you were with the whole team and I was anyone's zooming in, it's a bit.
Yeah, it could work. It could work. You could run it remote.
All right, well this time next year, 2027, 7th of Jan, I'll be in my camper van in Northern Territory.
Nice. That's good. Oh, but mate, the old New Year, new me. Fucking hell. What's the worst New Year's resolution you've ever had?
We shouldn't ask me that because I've got the worst memory, eh?
Yeah, you just forgot the name of the podcast.
Yeah, so true. I actually don't say them. And I've got a theory as to why. Every year, since I've turned 18, every year of my life has been better than the last one.
That's good.
Like, bar none. Every year, I've gone, fuck, that was a good year. I've never, ever, touch wood, had a year I've gone, my life's gone backwards.
What do you reckon the secret sauce is?
Full hammer.
Your eyes lit up then.
Full hammer.
Full hammer?
Yeah.
And what is full hammer?
Just go after everything. Like, set the goals that are stupid, take on too much. do the things that scare you and do it anyway. You know, like what I get so excited about, and Mads always laughs at me when I start talking like this, the best things in the whole world are literally one conversation away, or they're one chance meeting away, or one connection on LinkedIn away, or whatever it is. Like, so I'm so excited for life right now on January 6th or 7th. Imagine how excited I'm going to be this time next year with all of the stuff that we've done, the people we've met, the fucking progress we've made. I just get so excited for that stuff.
Do you ever get tired? You say about going full hammer every year since you're 18. You're what now, 30 in a few months because it's in Jan?
Nice. Tired in what sense? Like
people
sleepy?
talk about burnout, right? And like, oh, business, it's just so stressful and hard and things like that. Like, if you're going full hammer every single year.
Yeah, but I think it's out of survival, mate, rather than choice. Like, up until 3-4 years ago, so what's that, 7 or 8 years from then, it was literally, well, you need to pay $25,000 to get a visa. Okay, until you get the visa, you're working in cafes, earning $20 an hour to pay your rent. Like, there's been no other option. The only answer has been full hammer. Yeah. Now coming out of that, I've just kept the same level of desperation is probably the word, even though now it is a choice. Like, we could just go, oh, you know what, we can just cruise now and just tick by and life would be sweet. But I think I worry about myself. I get so complacent unless I'm at the bottom of the mountain looking up going, fuck, here we go. I just take my foot off the gas. Yeah, I had a session with Jess 3 months ago. And we were talking about that because she's like, what do you think is what's the plan for next year? And I'm like, well, to build a business where there's a bit more calm in our lives. Like, at the moment, it's fucking hectic. And we've chose it to be and we enjoy it. But I'm like, a bit of calm or a bit of just that 20% to breathe would be nice, because then I think you become better leaders in business because of it. But then I was like, fuck, I kind of think it's our superpower. I'm like, my worry is that if we didn't have loads to do, motivation would fade. And she actually, in as many words, shows that is so toxic. She's just like... It is, but it's so true, because that's what I think draws people to us, because they go, fuck, these boys are moving at a massive velocity. Yeah. They have got a lot of momentum. I want to be in and around it. Right. Yeah. And we do the same to other people. We do it to Ben Hanlon. We do it to Rebecca. We see people moving real fast in one direction. And we go, we just need to be in that kind of ecosystem just to kind of get in the slipstream a little bit. Yeah. I think there's levels to it. I think you can still move in fast. I think, like, look at Benny, right? Benny still moves very fast, extremely entrepreneurial, just started a new business that's going to take over the world. But he's at that level now where he's got the structure where he's just moving fast as a business owner. Yeah. He's not moving fast as the business owner, the sales guy, the finance guy, the marketing guy. Because the guy's 42, looks 22, fair play, great skincare. Rationale, you probably... Cut that. Beep. Yeah, but because he did the hard yards to learn the skills, to be able to leverage, the money to hire the people. Yeah. Like, maybe 2.5 years in when this comes out. Yeah. Oh, mate, actually real good. Last night, I'm fucking getting Blake ready for bed. And like, she just starts like literally fucking roasting me. I'm like, she just starts going, you've got no hair. Oh. And I'm like, oh yeah. She's gone, Mummy's got hair. Harper's got hair. Blakey's got hair. She's even gone, Powley and Andy have got hair. And she's gone, but you've got none. Oh. And I've just gone, oh, cheers, Blakey. Appreciate that. I actually told her to say that as well. That's my New Year's resolution, by the way, which is what we're talking about today, is grow hair. What are we actually talking about? Because we've done it again. We do this plan of this sheet. And we're meant to be way better this year, weren't we? But yeah. Actually, we're 7 days into no drinking for 2026. Yeah. Do you want to share some context on that? Yeah, basically, after Powley's Bucks, there's been a lot of socialising, and we know when we've done shorter stints, like I've probably done a few longer stints than you have, like I've done a few 6-7 month stints off the booze, and you just feel like a superhero. Like, it's so, like, everything, you have higher output, better energy, better mood. You're just better in all areas of your life, better than you. When bad shit happens, it's like water off a duck's back. Like, you're just bulletproof is the way I've described it before. Obviously, the back end of
2025 has been very, very busy with your bucks, the wedding, all of this shit. And we probably got to the end of the year and felt a bit burnt out, in all honesty. And we've also got so many exciting things happening at the moment. Like Harwell, we're about to go. Obviously, we've got the AFR top 5 and we're about to go and grow again because now we're building that structure beneath us where we can really go and dominate and take over Southeast Queensland. So we're building there. Obviously, we've got RAI, which is where we want to help people replicate what we've done and change careers and build an incredible life for themselves. And then this world-class podcast, which we nearly forgot the name of. So we've got a lot of shit happening. And we just thought, for 1 year, let's go no alcohol and just dial the fuck in on all fronts. And we had a handshake that we're not going to start any new businesses. We're just going to go deep on these ones.
And you know the reason I can hand on heart 100 million% guarantee I'm not breaking this is because there's no way I'm letting you be better than me.
Yeah.
If I was doing it myself, like just I would be sweet. I'd do it. But then if there was like one night where it was the best night in the world and I'm like, fuck, let's have a couple of drinks.
Oasis doing another tour, are they?
Well, yeah, I can go and do that and I'd have a few beers. Go be like, oh, whatever. But there's no chance I'm letting you get that over me.
Yeah.
And if you fuck it up, that is going on the wall. I'm getting like a printout poster.
Well consulting.
Yeah, saying I'm way better than you are.
My mum was asking me, she's like, do you reckon Pally will actually do it? And she's like, because he loves it. Like, he loves a beer and that. And I was like, yeah, he will. And she's like, why? I was like, because you just won't lose to me. Like, it just won't happen. And I was like, yeah, fair enough.
That is way stronger than wanting to have a beer.
Yeah. But that's really probably our New Year's resolution, isn't it?
I'm full hammer again.
Full hammer.
13 years in a row. See if we can do it.
Yeah.
I think it's not really a resolution, right? It's more like the feeling for the year for me. But no drinking is going to be good. So what I want to do with that extra time is I want to try new stuff. So by the time this comes out, hopefully I love scuba diving. I'd love for that to be a bit of a thing.
Yeah. Talk us through that, mate.
Oh, this is hard to talk in the right tense.
Don't just fucking say you wear a mask with an oxygen tank on your back and you get in the water.
I've got a joke for you. Why didn't the scuba diver get wet? Oh, I think I fucked it. No, I'll go again.
He doesn't do this on purpose.
I got it. Why does a scuba diver dive backwards?
I don't know. Why does a scuba diver dive backwards?
If I dive forwards, I'll land in the boat.
That's one of my favourite jokes, that is.
Oh, shit.
That's good. Anyway, right, no, seriously, we want to break this down, right? We're going to break down. We've done a lot of self-development, woo-woo, finding ourselves, and we've learned a lot about how to perform and be successful just by keeping ourselves accountable, setting goals, daily habits, rituals. So we want to kind of break it down of New Year's resolutions, why they work, why they don't, and probably a little bit of a case study of what people can try, what's worked for us, what we think could work. So, mate, kick us off.
Which bit? You said a lot of words there, mate.
The start. Why January motivation isn't enough?
Because you're kind of waiting until tomorrow. You know, like it's always... And it sound quite contradictory now because why don't we stop drinking now? Well, the reason is we're coming to a very busy social time of the year where it's almost like a bit of a last hurrah, it feels like, before a solid year of no drinking.
Yeah.
Right? So disregard that because what I'm going to say now kind of contradicts it. If you were going to do something and do it well, you just do it today rather than tomorrow being January. So it depends what the motivation is. Like everyone always goes, I'll quit drinking. Great, that's a nice easy one. I'm going to go to the gym for 5 times a week, or I'm going to read 100 books. It's more so tying that to the why behind the why. Okay, I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week. Why? Oh, because actually I've got body issues, right? I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. Okay, well, why does that matter? Because I want to be able to walk down the beach in the middle of Broad Beach and feel confident and not feel like people are looking at me and laughing. For a horrible example. That's the burning motivation, and that's going to make you get out of bed at 4 a.m. when it's cold or whatever, as opposed to, I want to have a 6-pack.
I like that. I think because you go into an actual route of finding enough pain that someone actually wants to change. Because I think problem with New Year's resolutions. It's just that January motivation. Most people don't even really want to do it, but they just do it because that's tradition and they think what people think they should. So they end up setting a shit goal that means absolutely nothing, and naturally motivation fades away. So I think you're right, like going back and actually really find what's the one thing in your life that fucking gives you absolute head noise.
And the one that you don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You know, there's the problems that you've got, and you tell those ones. And then there's the ones that actually I've kept that to myself because it fucking hurts. That's the one to dial in on. And
setting a New Year's resolution around that, it's going to be so much more motivation. Motivation's a fluffy word, right? It's easy to be motivated in the moment. It's the real change is made when you can still do the thing when you've actually got fuck all motivation, because you've got to create a new habit or a new way of operating. So that's where people really need to try and focus on. And I think you're great. People always move away from pain way quicker than they'll move to pleasure. So it's like, find the thing that really fucking hurts and make the change around that.
And then the accountability piece. Like, the reason I won't drink next year is, like we said, I'm not letting you get one over on me. Like, the pain of losing that is way more painful than the fear of, shit, I could have a beer this hour.
Yeah.
So getting an accountability buddy is the word people like to use.
Even just telling people. Like, I remember, like, when I did the first 6 month stint no booze, I was told everyone. And I was just like, part of me, ego, being too proud, I was like, I've told too many people to fuck this up.
I think you had allies then as well. Like, I was a big ally for you. Quite an influential character when boys are on the beers. I'm always on dragging everyone around.
Yeah.
But obviously, knowing the reasons you were doing it, I was kind of an ally then when people were going, yeah, come on, this fucking loser, whatever. I was like, hey, all good. Like, but you need that around you as well, because if you're the only one and everyone else is badgering you, it's a lot easier just to make that shit decision in the moment.
Yeah, agree. Like, I think because, and this is a great tip for anyone, again, if you really want to make a change in something, go and tell your closest people, hey mate, I'm actually going to do no booze right now for 6 months because my mental health is fucking shot to pieces. And right now, that one beer leads to 10, which leads to all other things, and that's what fucks it. I was like, so when everyone's putting pressure on me, I need your help. I remember that conversation, and you're like, yep, sweet. And it only takes the first few times, because you're breaking this old character. Identity, like everyone, I was next to you, pulling everyone else in. And it's like, it only took probably a month of being in the social setting of people going, mate, come on, you pussy, drink and whatever. Like, nah, it's all good. And then it's just like, yeah, halves not drinking.
Sweet.
And you push through.
And it's so easy.
And then it becomes way easier.
It's almost like that.
Yeah.
The ramp up period, right? It's the first month will be the hardest.
Yeah.
The month 2, you probably can speak to this better than I can. I'm sure month 2 is easier than month 1, and vice versa, until you get down to month 6 or 12, whatever you're doing, and you're probably like, yeah, I could drink, but I don't need to.
You just break these small, tiny neuro pathways. Like, you go to a pub and naturally you walk into a pub and your brain goes beer, or you're having a palmy and your brain goes, I want a palmy and a pint. Like, so you start to break those tiny little neuro pathways. So it comes easier from that perspective. But then it's all about, and it actually ties really nicely into the second thing we want to talk about. It's the identity. So it's like actually changing your identity. It's not just, I'm not drinking. It's like, I'm no longer a drinker. And when I think you've done it enough, it just becomes easier, because by that point as well, you've felt the positives. The way I describe it, when you go no drinking for that period of time, people only do it for a month, and that's the worst mistake they make. Month 1, you get your weekends back. That's all you get at month 1. It's normally by about month 3, that's where you feel the actual day-to-day change.
True.
By month 3 of no booze, I feel more confident. I don't feel tired. And this is for a period where we had Blake growing up who didn't sleep much, like becoming a parent, business. I never felt tired. Like, you just get through. And it's just, honestly, that month 3 change is where fucking everything changes. But people stop before that, because you get your Sundays back after a month and you've had 4 Sundays. You're like, oh, that's all good. Yeah. We'll crack on. And then by month 6, mate, like, by that point, you're in better shape. Like, you're much fitter, healthier. It's a different ball game.
I know we're leaning very heavily into the drinking side of it here, and I guess it's because it's what we're doing, right? So, and again, if I could tap podcast, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
The thing that I struggle with that is, say we have an awesome month, straight away the brain goes, ding, let's go and have a few beers. That's almost the reward for doing really well, which then obviously makes you feel not good. And then all that good juju and energy and positivity that you've got for billing grade or having whatever it is, now you actually got a hungover and you're eating KFC in bed. So I think finding a better way to reward yourself when you do something really well for me anyway, that'll be a massive long-term effect for this 12 months. Great, we've gone and made 100 grand, whatever the number is. Okay, now I'm going to go scuba diving.
Make sure you pop the boat backwards.
Yeah, I'm not making that
otherwise
mistake
you're not going scuba diving. You're absolutely right. It's replacing the dopamine hit or the reward that you get from that with something else. It might be like you go, cool, I'm going to go and instead of spending $500 on a weekend on piss, like I'm going to go have the top steak on the menu at one of the nicest steak restaurants. Like that's your reward. As soon as you start to replace that, it just becomes a lot easier. And I think it's also hyper focusing, and this isn't just when you're not drinking, but any change you've made that's quite hard because you're breaking a legacy habit, hyper focus on the positive things that brings you. So I would try and hyper focus so much on the fact that I was getting up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday instead of getting into bed at 6 a.m. on a Sunday, and what I'd do on that day, and like look around at the day I had with Blake and Britt, hyper focus so much on those things that the fact that, there is a bit of FOMO because the lads were like, the lads were at the rave cave till 3 a.m. and there's probably some real funny shit that happened. You've just got to make that outweigh that. This is good. Mate, segue. That's like, I know we always do this. I was speaking to Jess. She said one of the problems of people like me and you is that we're dopamine addicts. And it's quite common in people that have been through professional sport from such a young age because you get such incredible dopamine hits from those experiences. Like I literally played for the team I watched as a kid growing up, and I used to sing on the terraces and then they started singing my name. Like that is the ultimate dopamine hit I could have ever had at that age. So she's like, you just naturally wired to chase dopamine. So she's like, that's why you then, when the pro football finishes, you then turn to things like going out with the lads. And she said, but because you've had such extreme exposure to dopamine, and even now in the business world, she's like, we've gone and gone 5th on the AFR, extreme dopamine hit. She's like, your dopamine desensitization is ridiculously high. So she's like, that's why you two always have to focus on the extremities of everything. Because she's like, what the level of dopamine hit a normal person would need and be able to get that, that's that dopamine hit. Because we've fucking done so many crazy things that only 0.00% of the world would ever experience. She's like, to get that same, the dopamine hit, she's like, you guys have to just go so far beyond. She's like, that's why you can't have 2 beers, you have to have 20.
That's really interesting because when people say, why? Why do you want to go and grow? Why do you want to start on a big? Why don't you? I don't know, just do. And I think it's chasing that feeling of I can't achieve this, but then I go and do. Bang, that dopamine's there. Fuck, how good's that? But then I always say to you, and this happened with the AFR when this came out, I thought I'd feel way better than I do. Now it's here. My anticipation of the thing is always way more exciting and exhilarating than actually the day. Yeah, there's your pat on the back. There's top 5. I almost kind of feel not flat. I almost feel less arse than I should, which then goes, why don't you feel as good? What about the next thing you achieve? Will you feel shit then? And you kind of have this bit of a horrible loop as to what's it for, which is so odd.
Yeah. Our old mate Jimmy, it's all about journey, isn't it? I remember I did it the first ever 100K month because I'd seen you nail a couple of 100Ks at Hayes, and I'm like, can't wait. The day I do one of those would be incredible. And that was when we were doing it for someone else, right? Yeah. So you only got a fraction of that. The first time I did one, it was all coming into our pocket. I remember doing it. I was going, that wasn't what I thought it was. Like, it's just...
Yeah, and this is more the pain and pleasure thing. Like, doing 100 or doing 170, there's less of a gap there, but going from 30 to 100, there's a massive one. Because at 30, I feel like a loser. At 100, I feel pretty good. At 170, I feel pretty good. Like they're different, the same like monetary value difference, but the actual feeling inside is completely different because I'm going from a painful place of only doing 30, which obviously sounds a bit crazy, people who aren't in recruitment, to then going from good to great. Like I'm like, oh, sweet. That's kind of, that's what you're expected to do.
Yeah.
Which is probably from the football days as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it ties into like, this is why we're talking today. It's about actually trying to change your identity with these goals and habits rather than just a goal for a goal. It's just change the person that you are in terms of the way you operate. Because we can fixate so much on this one external goal that we're actually not changing the internal person. And that's where the motivation is going to fade at some point. So if you're just focused on this goal and that's all that's keeping you going, as soon as you've hit that goal, you're fucked. Or when the motivation fades, you're fucked. It's actually talk about changing your internal, and your habits that are actually going to push you towards that goal, and focus on those habits. Have the North Star goal, but every single day when you get up, these are the 3 things I need to focus on and do to get me to that goal. Don't think about the goal, because that will naturally happen. And that's how you create long-lasting change.
And that motivation be discipline thing as well. I think it's the identity shift from, say, you with your marathons, right? Oh, I'm going for a run, to I'm a runner.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Rather than I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to do the activity. No, I am that person, And it's way easier than just to keep doing it, because it's like this. I am a podcaster. That's why I do podcasts all the time. I'm like, I might do a podcast today. Now this is what I do. Right? So it's so much easier to put into the rhythm of your life. Yeah,
because you just go on autopilot. Like through that marathon training, like I knew that I ran on the same days every week. So the circadian rhythm of your body goes, cool, Tuesday, I know it's run time. Thursday, I know it's intervals. Sunday, I know it's the long run.
Another quote. No, this is like my own one that I made.
Oh, okay.
I think. So I can't get this wrong, surely.
Yeah.
It's actually short as well. You can't only be good when it's good. You've got to be good when it's bad.
You did make that one up. And I've heard you say that before.
And it's like when life's going well and things are easy and energy's high, it's easy to do the hard shit. But what about when things turn? That's when it really makes a difference. I mean, and this comes sporadically, this kind of thought in my head. I always think when you're at the gym and you get to that point where you're knackered, that's when it starts. All that stuff getting up to the point where you're knackered is kind of just not the warm up, but that's going, yeah, great. Okay, now here we go. Now here every rep counts above and beyond what's already been done. And it's kind of similar in all walks of life, right? As soon as you get to the point where you're going, oh, I could give up here. Great, now it's game on. This is where we can go one or two ways.
Yeah.
You're nodding around. You're roused off that.
Yeah. I am extremely aroused from that analogy, because when I remember when I was doing the marathon training, Russ, good friend of mine, done ultra marathons, Ironmans, like freak of a endurance athlete. I remember him just saying to me the whole time, marathon starts at 32K. And I'm going, what? Like I'd run 10K at the time. It was 30 because the marathon starts 32K. And even in my training, I only really run up to 34K, and that was an easy run, not race pace. My biggest race pace run, which now was the biggest fuck up I made, was 32K. And I got to the end of that race pace run at 32K, running 5:10s, and I've gone, here we go. Yeah. Like I'm on for a 3:40 marathon here. Like, let's have it. Holy shit, he's right. On the day, 32K comes, and it just smacks you in the face. But that's where you're talking about that gym session. That's where I'd trained. That was part of my routine, running 32K. I could have done it with my eyes closed by that point. It's that 32 to 42.2.
Yeah.
That's where the men are made.
The hurt locker.
That's the hurt locker. Mate, I like what you said about it's easy to do good when you're good. So let's talk about when we're bad, when we're feeling unmotivated, because I think this is what's going to give the most value to people. Because like you said, when you got the motivation spurts, it's easy to go to the gym, eat healthy. When we're fucking struggling and the last thing we want to do is do the thing, how do we pull ourselves out of those bad situations? Is there any tactics like habit stacking, accountability? What do we do to pull ourselves through? Because that's where people fail.
And preface this with, we do not always get it right.
No.
100 million %. And that's probably why we do these podcasts, right? To kind of talk ourselves back into it a little bit as well. The first one, this is more business related, is eat the frog. Whatever that one thing that's weighing over you and stresses you out and it's keeping you up at night is about, whether it's an angry client, whether it's an angry customer you've got a refund, whatever it is, that's the first thing you do that day. Otherwise, the rest of your day is tainted until you can go and give everything you need to with the clarity of mind So do the scary thing first. And that's kind of similar in the fitness world as well, if that's kind of what we're talking about now in terms of exercise, right? If you need to go and run 30 Ks, do it in the morning. Don't let yourself have the out of, it's been a big day. I've had a heavy lunch, I've got to do a couple of meetings and give yourself the out. Do it first thing, get out of the way. And then the upwards effect of that, the endorphins, the rest of your day is going to fly as well.
Yeah, the longer you leave things, your brain naturally just makes excuses as to why you can't do them. I'm just trying to think how, when you're in that, your 4 a.m. alarm goes off, the last thing you want to do, what do I do to push through?
You've got a good alarm trick. Maybe put it in the other room.
Yeah. So when I'm struggling for motivation, because again, sometimes it's easy, you get up, it's fine. When I'm struggling for motivation, I wear my Apple Watch to bed. That's my alarm that wakes me up. And then I put my phone charging in the bathroom, like in the ensuite, full hammer on the volume.
Nice.
With an alarm set for 5 minutes after my Apple Watch goes off.
Ah, that's smart.
So Apple Watch goes off, wakes me up. That's when most of the time you snooze.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to get up because otherwise that alarm goes off. It wakes up the kids, it wakes up Brit, and that's a bad day.
Yeah, and then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, so just by doing that, I get out of bed, and by the time I'm actually out of bed, stood up, I'm up now.
Let's go.
I may as well go. That definitely works.
Mm-hmm. What else have you got, mate? What's in your repertoire?
So I've done a lot of analysing how, or just being conscious of how does exercise make me feel? Because this is my big thing. Every day, I know that I have a good day if I get up and exercise. So when we're talking about setting a goal, even writing down in your notes, and I've done this before, what are the good feelings I get after I do the thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then just reading them every now and then. So in that moment when it's really tough, and yeah, you're tired, unmotivated, your body hurts. Oh yeah, but when I go and do the thing, I'll feel this, I'll feel that, I'll feel this. Sometimes that's enough to just pull me back in because, again, your brain tricks you into comfort and it just wants the extra 20 minutes sleep, but that makes no difference. So it's just focus on the good feelings you're going to get from it.
I think the community part's massive, and we're so lucky that we've always got each other, and everything that we kind of do inside and outside of work as well, and a good partner, but also a good competitor too, in a healthy way. So probably just have a community of people. If that's a gym, have a gym partner. If you go into group classes like I do, go to the 5 a.m. every single time. Become friends with people there who are going to go, hey, where were you? And hold you a bit accountable. Yeah. If it's a run club, go to the same one. Make connections there and get something out of it more than just running 10Ks. I'm running 10Ks, but I'm also seeing Tom, Sally and Mary. And then we're going to go for a coffee afterwards and a swim in the ocean. Now it's a whole activity experience, rather than just 10Ks, which you could do on the treadmill, right? Definitely not as enticing.
Yeah.
To build that in.
Because you start to stack at that point.
Yeah.
Like you're doing your exercise, which is going to make you feel good. But then you're also socializing, which is naturally going to fill up your cup. Then you're going out and having your morning coffee, which is nice, calm before the day starts. For me, when I did my runs on my own, I'd always find some really good podcasts. I'd plan the night before. What podcast do I want to listen to? Cool. We're learning about marketing at the moment. So it's like you're looking forward to one, getting the exercise, but then you're also learning at the same time. So I think that's really, really, really effective. That little tactic.
What's something you want to do next year, which isn't fitness work related? Like what's the change you want to make from this year and the year before? How busy we've been. What's a shift?
Mindfulness.
What does that mean?
The ability to just slow down a bit more and be more present.
Why is that important?
Because Blake's 3 next month. Oh, sorry, she was 3 a month ago in December. And that feels like I blinked twice and she's 3. And I'll blink another couple of times and she'll be 6 and Harps will be 3 or 4. And I read a stat the other day that when your child turns 14, you've already spent 80% of your time with them. And I'm like, I need to just learn to have the off switch. Like, it's so easy just to get caught up in everything. And I don't know how I'm going to do this in terms of mindfulness. It might be breath work. It might be we're looking at getting a sauna in the garden. It might be that, just something that is a trigger to then just be a bit more present. And I think dropping part of the social side, not all the social side, we'll still socialize with people through not drinking. Yeah, well, we're not drinking, but you don't then have the lag of feeling unproductive and it fucking up your whole week. I think that will create more little spaces to just be present and do things with them. That's my big one. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Two Blokes One Business podcast.
Now, apart from being world-class podcasters, we also run a recruitment agency called Harwell.
If you're keen to learn a little bit more about what we do, then head over to our Instagram at Harwell Group and check us out.
Back to the app. I think if I'm trying to put myself in your shoes there, I think being on the front foot would help so much. If I'm not drinking, I can maybe do a couple of hours on a Sunday to get me ahead on the Monday. So then I can duck home early on the Monday arvo. Or I'm just on top. Business is going well. Like everything's planned and prepared.
Yeah.
So then if you want to go and take the afternoon, you definitely can because you know you're winning, rather than what it can feel like is you're on the back foot. And I know you'd feel guilty if you were to take the afternoon off and I'm here knee deep in the trenches, fucking fighting my way through.
Yeah.
So if we can just be on top, then you can then prioritize that, which shouldn't be the way it is. It shouldn't be one or the other, but something's got to give at some point. You know, and it's finding the balance and getting it right both sides.
Yeah. One thing that me and Britt have said we're going to do from the new year, I guess this is probably our family New Year's resolution. You know how we sit down and set like quarterly goals as a business? We're going to do that as a couple and as a family. So like each quarter we'll sit down, and I think we said as a family, we're going to try one new thing every month.
Love it.
So one new activity, maybe scuba diving.
I would too, but remember, dive forward, dive backwards.
So I think there were some non-negotiables. So I think every month it was one new, and I'll confirm these when we do them, which we've obviously started because it's 7th Jan. One new activity as a family, one date night every month, just me and Britt, and then like some actual goals in terms of like a holiday or like actual scheduling in each year. We must take X days away from the business and home for whatever reason. But then also reverse, like breaking them down to smaller, like, okay, what's the plan for the week? What are we going to achieve this week? And actually having dinner together on a Sunday, like we do on a Monday morning with the team, and reviewing the week. Like, yes, the goals, but also like, what did I do that pissed you off this week? Or what did I do that you really liked? That's one thing that we've done well throughout our relationship, especially having kids, is communication. So it's like, now let's kind of almost formalize it, take it to the next level.
I love that. And I'm so all for it. The counter argument, but that's so structured. That's not sexy. No, you're not in a fucking Hollywood movie, mate. Like, sexy is being exactly on the same page and feeling so connected and knowing you can say things that you know they're not going to like, but they're constructive and they're going to get you closer to where you want to be. That's sexy.
It's a feedback loop.
Yeah.
Every Sunday night, you talk about what you both did that you liked, what you both did that you didn't. I'll tell you what's not good is not having those conversations, but then you drift apart and all of a sudden you're breaking up because you didn't work on it.
100%.
We didn't talk.
I'm so for it.
Yeah. There's a reason why all the like, I'm talking about the multinational conglomerates, like companies that are fucking billions and billions and trillions of dollars, they all have structure. They all have weekly cadence. It's not because it's not for fun, is it? It's because it fucking works.
You know, Nam and Devo, their frequency is 10 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
They work for 10 weeks, go hammer, and then you have 2 weeks off together. Can we go and do that straight off the bat next year? Probably not. Could we go and do 11 weeks on, 1 week off? I think we could.
Probably, yeah.
Especially if it's staggered weeks. You know what I mean? Like, you do one, I'll do the next one.
Definitely. I think we need to. You look back at this year, bar the Bucks, which...
That's not a break, though. Jesus Christ.
Anything that put us further back. What's your one thing, mate, you want to do next year that's not all of the above? Don't say scuba diving.
But even
that's probably is, isn't it?
And that's a joint thing as well. You know what I mean? That's me and Mad doing something together. I think it is. It's hard to just put one because the overall thing is just more intentional with time. I sometimes feel like I can just kind of follow my nose a little bit and just go and do a little bit here, speak to these clients, and then they're going to say, hey, I need 2 CAs. So then I'll just start looking at CAs, and then I'll get another job and I need a PM, and I'll kind of just go down this rabbit hole, which that's fine, which is really productive, and, you know, it generates good money for the business and stuff, but I'm reacting to what people need as opposed to going, this is what I'm going to achieve today, and doing that. And I think what that will give me then is more quiet time.
Yeah.
Because I think you get home from work, and because my brain works just at a million miles an hour, I'm just absolutely shagged at the end of the day. I'm just got nothing in the tank.
Yeah. I think what would really help you, like, and this is part of your superpower, it's like as soon as something comes up, you got to do it. Like a text comes up half through a meeting, you're like, it's just, I can see him see it right on his phone. And then like try to focus back in for a bit. oh, fucking,
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's probably Brit's driven me. Like when I'm like, oh, it's a work thing, got to quickly sort it. She just goes, if it was that important, they'd call you. If it was urgent, they'd call you. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking right. So it's just those little moments, because even for Mads, like knowing the way Mads is, that little half an hour of mindfulness to just go, phone's over there.
Yeah.
If it's really, really fucking important, they'll call me.
And I'm getting there for sure. Like we're definitely way better at that. But at the same time, if I'm waiting on a phone call to go and close a 30K deal, I know the impact of potentially missing the call. And the next day, you know, oh, he's in meetings, I'm in meetings. And then it's 2 days later and then the candidate's not getting the warm fuzzies. I just know the impact. And rightly or wrongly, I just make that decision based off the consequence. To go and take that quick phone call and just close that and be present is a better outcome for everyone than missing it.
That's also a rule that me and Brit have. We shook hands on it at the day one at Harwell, because obviously we wanted balance. I said, when I'm at home, if the phone call results in a deal that's more than 20K, I answer it. And she goes, yeah, you do.
Yeah, she'll answer it for you. Oh, shit. Nah, but your answer was really good. I think that kind of structure is magic. And I think I want to plan out. I think quarterly makes sense. What's a holiday? Great, let's book that in. Okay, what's a new activity? Great, what's a new meal we want to cook together from scratch? Just all those little things, because especially with the way how fast life moves now, we say this all the time, like what fucking day is it? Genuinely. And then before you know it, it's the weekend again and you're going, great, I'm knackered, I'm going to relax. You're always, again, kind of on the back foot.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good one. Just intention with time and probably know what I need to achieve. We're always on this hamster wheel where it's not never enough, but if there's something to do, we want to go and do a good job. So say we've filled 10 jobs, but I know if I call him and do this and this, I can fill an 11th. I just will do that because if you can, you must kind of thing. I've got the opportunity to do that, as opposed to then the 11th one gets done. Okay, well, if I just call this person, I can actually get a 12th one. And the actual money in the pocket, yes, it's awesome. It helps the business and all the other stuff. I don't feel any different from doing 10 or from doing 12, other than I don't feel bad for not doing it.
Yeah. We kind of said that to each other, because like the original goal was $1 million.
Yeah.
And like smack that in 10 months. And we're like, oh, 10 mil, whatever. And when does it stop? Because you get to 10 mil and you go, oh, I could try and build this puppy to 100. It's like, where does it stop? I do
think I know where it stops, man. Like I feel like once, at the moment for the last 2.5 years, everything's kind of gone back in to the business. So we haven't necessarily felt this wealth that the numbers are huge. AFR top 5 is so good, and Harwell fucking generates a crap load. Great, but that all goes back into the business to get better systems, more staff. So when we get to that point where that's done, that phase of growth is done, and we can actually start taking money out, I think it'll be more than enough.
Yeah,
I really do believe that. And we might listen to this in 2 years' time, going, "You absolute melts! You're never going to do that." you're trying to recruit for Mars, because that's the way we are. But I seriously think as soon as you've got that, security of fucking whatever it needs to be in the bank, that dollar figure where if the world ends for 6 months, we can still get by.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, we can start taking money.
Done.
I think we're there.
Cool, mate. People listening. We're talking about New Year's resolutions, right? You might have a goal. It's so easy to flip in. I don't know. Let's say your goal is save $20,000. Break it down. What's the time frame you want to save $20,000? It might be 6 months, or in 6 months, I want abs. Break it down. Okay, $20,000 over 6 months. I need to do $10,000 in 3 months. That means I need to save X amount a week. So you've got these little milestones. If it's the abs thing, okay, each week I need to make sure I gym 5 times a week and my diet is 80% of the way there. So 5 days a week I gym, 5 days a week I eat really well. Create a chart, whatever you do it on, whether it's on your laptop, your phone, or the wall, and have your week and your 5 spots for your gym sessions, or your good eating days, or your $100. Like, when we did the $1 million in year 1 of Harwell, we put a big thing across the top of the whiteboard and we broke it down into 100K segments, and you scratch it off. Did your gym session today? Bang. The brain loves progress, because you might go, oh, I feel shit this week, or I feel shit today. Oh, there's only 2 dots left. Go and do your gym session. And you might feel like you're not getting anywhere, but then you look back and you've scratched off 300K of the mill, whatever it might be. Like just those small little progress trackers, it's so much easier than just, I'm going to get abs. There's no real, until you've got the abs, there's no real tangible difference of where you started, where you are now, how far you've got to go, which I think is really, really hard to track.
Yeah, you bang on. I think on the abs, you want better abs. As soon as you get abs, you want better abs.
Yeah.
And then you want even better ones. But I think you're right. Dr. Mel Taitimu, absolute legend of a woman, specializing in burnout, said that what a lot of people will get wrong, they set these big goals, and as soon as they get close to them, rather than let themselves achieve it, they move the goalposts even further away. Chase progression and progress, which is good, but then you never give yourself the warm and fuzzies and fulfillment of actually achieving stuff. So if you want to save 20 grand and in 6 months, but 4 months in, you're pretty close, get it to 20. Don't necessarily celebrate and spend it all. Give yourself a pat on the back, do something, and then go, great, I've got 2 months left. Why don't we get to 30? But give yourself the satisfaction of getting to 20, not setting it to 30, and then 2 months later you get to 28 and you failed. Mindset and psychology-wise, will just break your heart.
Her episode, when we sat down with her, came at a really good time because it was getting close to the marathon. And when I started on the journey, I was like, if I can get sub 4 for my first ever marathon, like as a ex-fat goalkeeper, that's incredible. But then throughout the training, my runner at the speeds I was hitting, runners going, oh, man, I reckon you could do a 3:45 here. So that nearly became the new goal. And in honesty, for a month, it was the new goal before we sat down with her. And 3:45 would have been touch and go. And as we found, I didn't hit a 3:45 in the end, but I got a 3:49. So I got 11 minutes under the original goal, but I so nearly tricked myself into failing a new goal by 4 minutes. How toxic that would have been.
Right.
I'd have then had head noise until I did it the year after and hopefully got 3:45. Just all because of the brain tricking you.
Yeah. One simple decision that you made in your head based off nothing really.
Yeah. Love it. Mate, let's give people, we've done a bit of prep work here, a practical New Year framework.
Oh God, far away.
So, number 1, stage 1 is awareness. So this is how they can effectively go and unearth what they need to change. We've got awareness here, and that is a few questions they're going to ask themselves. What version of yourself needs upgrading? What held you back last year? And what patterns kept repeating themselves?
I got another one to add on to that. What would future you thank you for changing?
That's Pally.
That's good, eh?
Pally quote. Yeah. To go through them, like, what do you think held you back last year?
Are we doing this?
Oh, just asking you.
Yeah, cool. I would say taking on too much.
Yeah.
Which is a double-edged sword because it's been also really good. But I do feel like we could have had a bigger year at Harwell if we had just put our attention onto it.
Yes.
Next year when we're sat here, we'll be better off for it, probably. But definitely, if I'd have just gave my core clients, core candidates, done more networking events, done more everything, we'd be well further ahead of Harwell.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for next year? It means just focus. What you've got on the table now is what you have on the table next year, just way further along.
Yeah. So that's it. Your kind of subconscious goal of focus is coming off the back of what held you back last year.
What would yours be?
Mine was especially the back end of the year after the marathon, my life away from work didn't align with the goals and level of performance I wanted to achieve within work. And what I mean by that is because we took on so much and we were doing way too much socializing. And as we've discussed, we're all in or we're all out. So it's like you do a few events, you then say yes to a few that you weren't going to do. The lives just didn't align. Like I slipped out of my real consistent gym routine. I was still going, but it wasn't as regimented as what I did. Because we were so busy, I wasn't having time to necessarily food prep and nail all that side of it. So it was just disconnect between what in my head I was trying to achieve and what I was setting myself up to achieve. That was a bit of a head noise the back end of the year.
So the fix?
No alcohol.
Bang.
Number 2, strategy. So here we're talking about picking 2 or 3 simple habits. So what we're trying, the way I describe this is when we send our guys to go and do personal development, I don't want you to learn all of the content that you will receive that day. Go and learn 10%. And then the next time you hear it, learn another 10%. So it's just getting better and better each time. So here we've gone pick 2 or 3 simple habits that you can nail. It might take you 30 days to get them into your routine. and then pick 2 or 3 more, and then pick 2 or 3 more. By the end of the year, you might have 15 new habits. Whereas if from day one, you try and pick 20 habits, it's overwhelming, it's impossible to nail, and you just lose the motivation and you go back to, oh, fuck it. I won't bother making change.
As soon as you mess up once, that little voice inside you goes, oh, yeah, I knew you weren't going to do it. No, I knew you weren't going to stick it out. Whereas if you start slower, intentionally, and get a few runs on the board with yourself, build that trust, and then say you do miss a day, 6 months in, you've got the track record to go, nah, that's a blip, not a pattern.
Yeah, love it. Number 2 on that one was choose habits that actually shape your identity, not just outcomes. I think we've really dug into that one and why it's so important. And then number 3 is stack those habits onto routines that are already in place. And we've dived into that a little bit more, but a real simple example is like we've got a gym here in our office. Not everyone has that, but there's often a gym nearby to the office or nearby to your house. Go and stack that at the start or the end of your day. It just makes it a lot easier to achieve.
Yeah, remove all the friction is the big one. Like if you go to a gym that's an hour away, it's a very logical excuse to not go.
Yeah.
Based off what's going on in your world. Whereas if you can make things as easy as possible, you're going to thank yourself. Again, you can't just be good when it's good.
What I used to do, so now we're lucky enough to buy Samurai Muscle Meals that we're still trying to get a sponsorship from for the pod for our lunches. But what I used to do to kind of habit stack is on a Sunday evening, me and Britt would have something like chicken, roast veg, rice or couscous, and I'd just bulk it. I'd just make loads. So whilst I was cooking dinner, just by making a few extra portions, I'd also make lunch for the week.
Bang.
So it's a lot easier. Small little tricks like that are good. The last one then is just finding systems. So like you've already mentioned it, is reducing friction. So that's little things like a system of me charging the phone in the bathroom. I get my gym kit out the night before when I go to bed. So it's there. You just get up, put it on. Finding a gym that's right by your house or right by your office. So it just threads naturally into your routine. Make the behavior obvious or easy. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then having a backup plan for bad days.
I like that.
That's a really important one. Because like we said, we're not perfect. We go through waves. You're not going to go to the gym every day. It's unrealistic. Like, okay, well, if I think my day off is going to be Friday, actually, I'm really sore on Thursday. I'll stay in bed, but I'll train tomorrow. That's a simple backup plan. At the end of the week, I still hit my days.
Oh, even if it's like I'm actually fully cooked, right? Instead of a gym on this Thursday, I'm going to go for a nice long walk.
Yeah.
Still move the body, still done something, but less intense and less potentially damaging long term if you really shouldn't be training that day.
Saunas are good ones for me. Like part of me ticking the box and working out in the morning, I think it's just like sweating my body, like moving my body and sweating. And I think when I'm absolutely cooked, I'll go and do a sauna in the morning because I sweat. Part of my brain kind of goes, oh, you've sweated. Like you've almost worked out. You've had a good start to the day. And it you're recovering, but it also ticks that box for the day.
When you get your sauna, are you going to be a morning or afternoon guy?
I think it's better at night.
Better if you sleep.
Yeah. Put the kids to bed, go and do 20 minutes in the sauna.
That'd be so good.
Yeah. I'll put the kids to bed, walk into some pally. What are you doing?
Oh, mate, you're late.
No, that's good. That's a kind of 3-step framework that we think can help people to go and not just nail a goal, but nail the goal, but create habits that beyond the goal, you keep doing them. So that's also the danger with the goal. You achieve it and then you just go, boop, don't have to worry anymore.
It's amazing how quick these things stick, and the person you want to become, you do become, and the people you meet then do other good habits, which you kind of copy and follow on as well. And then there might be a half marathon that you sign up for, which then kicks you along another few months, and you do that. And then it might be a try. Again, we always say this, it's that first action, that first decision, just to go full hammer, I'm all in. And then typically everything else kind of works itself out around you with the people you meet, the behaviors you develop, the habits you stack. Just that first one.
Mate, I will literally tattoo this on my forehead. It's literally all about the person that you become on the journey.
Gosh.
If you get that, honestly, mate, if you get that right, you can't fucking lose, because here's 2 scenarios, right? You and another person set a goal. This person is a goal that they don't really change their lifestyle to hit, but they hit the goal. But they haven't really changed many habits or created long-lasting change for themselves. So they hit the goal and they go back to how they've always been. You don't hit your goal, but you focused on identity and actually changing who you are as a person along the way. You don't hit the goal, but you retain all of those kind of habits that you've created. In 3-4 years, you're going to be miles apart from that person.
And it'll be easy. That's the biggest thing. It becomes easy then. It's not a massive effort. It's in day 1 and in day 100. It's just what you do. And unfortunately, the other person will be doing day 1 all the time.
Yeah.
And it will feel like the biggest mountain in the world because they'll always be going back to the start. And they'll look at you, this person who's made it happen, and go, oh, yeah, but it's easy for you. Yeah, bloody is, because I've done all the hard stuff 4 years ago. You know, that mindset shift, eh?
It's just perception. Like my sister, I love her to bits. She made me laugh on the phone the other day. She's talking about AFR and she's like, fuck, so proud of you. And she's just like, yeah, but obviously like recruitment's not really a thing in England, is it? I went, what? She goes, recruitment, like obviously it's in companies use recruitment agency in Australia. They don't really do it over here. I was like, UK is the fucking OG of recruitment. And there is literally more recruitment agencies in London alone than there is in the whole of Australia. And it's not her fault, but she just had this perception because she's been in this closed off box of Hereford or whatever it might be of the way society makes you think and feel to not go and explore other things. Recruitment's, not to say she'd go and explore recruitment, but we're so conditioned by our perception of, but it's easy for you. It's like, not really, because the last 3 years, I've been making small 5% changes and improvements every single week, whilst you've made none. That's why it looks easy.
Yeah. It's just a tough way to look at life as well, isn't it? Like, it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. You know?
Yeah, but it is kind of easy in the same way. Like it's
easier than the other option.
Yeah.
The other option of doing nothing and just being at the mercy of the economy, the government, and your boss sacking you because he's had a bad month. Like, that's hard.
Yeah.
What's hard is having to deal with circumstances that are out of your control and having to blame other people.
Yeah. I love it. Mate, we got time for some questions?
I always think we do.
Yeah, cool. Well, it's the first one of the new year, and so they can have a long episode.
So true.
What questions have we got, mate? Kick us off. He's doing that thing again. He's had texts has come through, and he now will not concentrate for the rest of this episode. Watch it. Fucking watch him.
The first one is, it's actually a good one. Why do I always start strong and then fade? Which is normal. Right? Motivation or discipline. That's what it is. Motivation gives you the warm and fuzzies, makes you feel like, hey, good this, the world's going to change, I'm going to be an Ironman runner. And then you do a couple and you're a bit sore, and then you need more of the motivation to keep going.
Yeah, and I think people focus on the good days too much rather than the bad days. The bad days are the one where you make your change and make your money. Just find a way that on those shit days, you can just go and do the thing. Like that should be the only focus. The good days are easy.
Yeah, completely agree. Number 2 halves is, how do I build confidence to actually go and make a change this year? Good point, confidence.
So you gain confidence by doing things over and over again. Like, yes, there are people who are more naturally confident than others. You can't get around that. That's a fine. We're evens. But you only gain confidence by doing things over and over again. So I think stop focusing too much on making a big change and go and make those small changes initially, because then you get the dopamine hits or the confidence from going, okay, I set myself a couple of small micro goals. I've now made them feel easy across a 30-day period. Now let's go and do some more. I'm a bit more confident for these next ones. I nailed them ones. Oh, these fucking next ones, they'll be easy.
I don't know if this is another made-up quote. I think it's conviction over confidence. I think I made that one up.
You might have made that one up just now.
Might be tattooed on my ribs.
In Latin.
In Latin.
Yeah. Question number 3, mate. What you got for us?
It's how this is actually a really good one. How do I balance building a business when I'm still working in a full-time demanding job?
Acceptance in that period is probably not going to be balanced.
Love it.
Just be at peace with that. Make sure you then, it's not going to be balanced. There's no way around it. Like, you're still working a full-time job and you're stacking more on top of that, and you might have kids and things like that. But accept that, but then also go, cool, here's a period of 6 months where I've just got to grind and dig in, because once this business is built and I quit my job and I go and change my life my kids' lives, this is what we're going to experience. Can I sacrifice a few extra hours for potentially a lifetime of all those amazing things? Yes. Cool. This next 6 months not going to be balanced. Just having that internal chat just puts you at peace a little bit more with it.
I see it like a pre-season.
Yes.
You literally go into a pre-season, and then when the season starts and you're in your business full time, mate, that's how hard it is. Right? Yeah. Getting something off the ground isn't easy. And there's a reason that a lot of people, don't try or don't stick it out, because it's hard. But the magic is on the other side of that bit where you want to give up. You go, nah, I'm doubling down. And then you come out the other side, and then you're one of those people where, oh yeah, but it's easy for you.
No, because I did the hard shit.
Yeah, I did the job, I did the business, I did all of this stuff.
Yeah. And ultimately, if you are someone that has kids, has a family, you can work a demanding full-time job and build a business on the side. When you actually fully transition into just the business as your sole focus, it is going to feel easy. Mm-hmm. There are going to be other things that you feel and have to get used to, like making sure you got enough cash in the bank and runway and things like that, that sort of pressure. But the actual doing and the output is going to feel extremely easy.
Very good. Harvey, what's one habit that changed everything for you, or you both personally, but you start?
When we quit football and I was able to work out consistently every single morning at 4:30 a.m., like it just, my body got into a rhythm. I had nothing else to worry about. I knew I could get up that early, do my workout, tick the box, come in energized. And then for the rest of the day, you don't have to get home and think, oh, I've got gym or training. I just got into a routine. And humans, like, we are designed to live in routine.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good one, which I wish I could copy, but I'll try and give another one.
Diving backwards at the boat.
That was really important. I think just recognizing fear. Now, if I'm ever feeling like, oh shit, I don't want to do this post, or I'm worried to call this person, just recognizing it and going, okay, that's actually why you need to do it. Rather than it become more kind of all encompassing and start questioning why I'm scared to do something. Just going, yeah, great. This is the feeling you need to feel to burst through the other side. And you don't reflect on how big your capacity for fear changes. Like what scares me now would have blown my brains out 2 years ago. And what scared me then, looking up to it now, you do it 20 times a day. It's just what you do. Yeah. So it's just recognizing it rather than being paralyzed by it. It's going, awesome. I get an opportunity to grow a bit today.
That's really good, mate. I think that people can learn a lot from that. Last question from the podcast page, and then actually someone sent one to me personally as well.
How do I keep believing in myself when I've failed before? Fuck, that is a goodie.
Go and look at all the most successful business people in the world. Like the billionaires. I can almost guarantee that nearly all of them had failed businesses. Mm-hmm. Like they all failed and just kept going. Failure is a sign that you've actually gone out, tried something new, and had a crack, which is more than 99% of people in this world. So really, it's almost a badge of honor, and then use what you learned in that failure, if we're going to call it that, and just learn from it.
Trying to think something along the lines of just don't. Like, don't believe in yourself then. What does that bring up? Oh, well, that actually brings up all of this emotion and this energy that there's no way I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to see there? Like, yeah. It's hard because we've had a bit of a lucky run, getting to where we are. Like, yes, we failed, but it hasn't been catastrophic where it's been business ending. So we managed to learn and shake them off. So I'm trying to put myself in someone's shoes who potentially has had a big bet and for whatever reason didn't come off, which would be demoralizing. You just got to work out, is the fear of failing again stronger than kind of the upside and the fulfillment of getting it right?
There's a conversation I was having with a lady who's interested in RAI. And hopefully by the time this episode comes out, she's in and killing it. And she is interested. She had a previous business. In the end, she had young kids. It was in commercial cleaning. So a lot of the contracts were overnight. And when her staff would call in sick, she'd have to go do it herself, get the kids out of bed. And in the end, it was just too much strain on their life. So she closed it down. And now we're discussing about her recruiting across the whole of the UK and Ireland for commercial cleaning businesses.
Wow.
And she said, one thing that I've got is the doubt that I failed last time. I was like, yeah, but you built a commercial cleaning business, like whilst you had 2 young kids, and you were out there cleaning at 2 a.m. in the morning, getting your kids out of bed. I was like, this is going to be easy for you.
Yeah.
I was like, everything you've learned by building that, I was like, you didn't fail, mate. You just chose to put your family first.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to find a business model that still keeps them first, but you can still go and achieve your potential. Because like this lady, mate, I had a few voice notes with her overnight, obviously, because she was in the UK. I woke up on WhatsApp the next morning to a business plan she'd built out with the help of ChatGPT of her recruitment agency.
Wow. And that then, so with the failure of the commercial cleaning business, that's not the full stop. That's the comma.
Yeah.
Because what she learned there is now going to be the reason she's going to be a successful business owner.
And do you know what the beautiful thing is? Why did the fucking commercial cleaning business fail? Because she couldn't find the right staff.
Wow.
So now she's going to come and, I've had my own business in commercial cleaning. I know the number one problem is the right staff. I'm so passionate about that. I'm now solving the problem for people like you who've struggling with the same things I struggled with.
Yeah, I got out of bed at 2 a.m. drove my kids up. I don't want that for you.
And like,
it's so genuine. It's so from the heart. It's not a sales tactic, right? It's a service to provide a solution to a problem that she knows that business owner's got. She had the same one.
Yeah. And we have conversations with a lot of people with RAI who say, 30K a month sounds great. When you actually start talking, oh yeah, but I can't because of this. Oh yeah, but I can't because of this. This lady went and did a fucking business plan and sent it back. Oh, what are your thoughts on this? And I've gone, mate, she asked a few different questions as well. I was like, you're asking higher level questions than 90% of the recruiters we've sat down with. And I was like, the recruiter is only as good as the questions they can ask. I was like, in short, like you'd be mad not to do this because you're going to go and smash it.
And it's not for everyone.
No.
Right? Like, I wish we could create this amazing opportunity where everyone's going to be successful. But this is just the vehicle, right? Unless you've got the characteristics, the drive, the tenacity, the desire, the burning purpose to actually go and do it, plus something to leverage in terms of that cleaning background or whatever.
Yeah.
No one's Harry Potter. Like, we can help you and we can help people with those kind of credentials and background. But at the end of the day, it's not for everyone. Otherwise, everyone would own a business and then there'd be no one to work in the businesses.
It's just not a silver bullet, right?
It's just the way the world works. Right? There's people who are, at the front and leading, and then there's people who work for the leaders. And that's so good because good businesses need those kind of people.
Yeah, it's action takers. And when I woke up to that, honestly, all the messages, all the questions, I was just like, that's an action taker. We're just talking. I didn't say, go and do this, go and do that. We just spoke about recruitment. She was like, I've followed Harwell's journey for years. It's really inspired me.
So good.
Cool. Done.
I'm keen to chat to her. She sounds cool.
Yeah. Last question we've got was actually, I believe this is from a long-time listener. I think has actually asked a similar question before, but they've got it right this time. The question is, would you rather fight 40 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Now, last time they wrote in, I think they asked us if we'd rather fight 40 horse-sized ducks. I said that would be difficult.
I'm not in for that.
But what do you think, mate? 1 horse-sized duck or 40 duck?
I'm trying to give it a bit of thought here rather than just a reaction, because I think there's an easy answer, and I think there's an obvious answer, and I think there's actually a right one. So 1 horse duck's size. Fuck me.
1 horse-sized duck. So that's a big duck.
That is a big duck.
A fucking massive duck.
And they're a bit bitey as well.
Big. We have a big beak. Or
they can swim and fly and run.
Yeah. And they got wings.
Yeah, that's how they fly.
Oh, yeah. Or 40 small horses. But 40... They're trying to picture them all on the floor now.
Pretty strong.
Well, no. Yeah. No, duck-sized horses. So it'd be like 40 miniature horses.
Yeah, but like pound for pound, strong.
Yeah. 40 of the buggers.
Bite, kick.
Yeah.
I think just power in numbers, you'd have to go for the 1 and just know what you've got to beat.
Do you think?
Yeah. Mano v mano. Mano v ducko.
Mano v ducko.
You reckon you go for the 40 little buggers?
Potentially. But if I go for the duck, it's 2 on 1, it. I'll come join you. Surely we'll
2v2.
Sure, nah.
What, you reckon you could go to share the duck?
We do everything together, mate.
So true.
Share the duck.
But
That's
hey, thought-provoking question. That's what we asked for from our listeners. So, Cook Lundy, thanks for
long-time listener. Cool. Bit of a longer one to kick off the new year.
I'm so in for this year. 2026, full hammer.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, the opportunity is everywhere. And actually, that's one thing I want to get better at, is looking straight, but what's around that? What's the secondary, what's the third word? Thirdly? Tertiary?
Tertiary, that's university, mate. You clearly didn't go.
Yeah, didn't go there. So if we're trying to solve this problem, okay, well, what other problems could be attached to that as well? Not to start a new business, because we obviously agree we're not doing that, but just to think a little bit bigger, a bit more creatively, solve a few problems. I'm excited there, mate. Every year's been better than the last. This is not going to be any different.
Heard it here first, guys. 2026, the Two Blokes One Business boys are going full hammer.
Full hammer.
Hey guys, it's Jake and Lockie from Naturally Cooked Sunscreen, and we are pumped to be sponsoring the Two Blokes One Business podcast.
We're on a mission to foster a generation of Australians who take sun safety more seriously and encourage it amongst their mates. You can find us at naturallycook.com.au or follow us at Naturally Cooked Sunscreen.